I'd like to talk about the topic of evolution and offer what I consider a more responsible, accurate way of thinking about evolution, especially in light of the assumption that I make in my book, Metadimensional, that experience is fundamental, that nothing produces experience. So, the way science and current culture would uh, look at evolution, could think of evolution, is as a way to look into the past, understand the past, and perhaps potentially also the future. Like you would find fossil evidence of, let's say, apes, and see the similarities to human biology, and therefore assume that we emerged from apes, and then go further back in time using, I don't know, carbon dating, and see that these apes came from fish, and then like also see that the way evolution has progressed from fish to apes to humans, then the next step in what we're gonna become is gonna be a continuation of the trends along the evolutionary path. That's for humans. For the same for other, like similar for would be for other animal species. Something like that. Uh, and in the more broadly, if we're not talking about a biological species, then you can say that the whole scientific project is looking at evidence in the past and trying to find patterns in them, assuming that what happened before will continue. And if you see a pattern, let's say that every 10,000 years there's an ice age, then and let's say we passed 7,000 years, then in 3,000 years is going to be another ice age, or some, like, to find similarities and assume from them about the future. Something. This is like the way science would look at evidence and what it would assume from that. The thing is that when experience is fundamental, when there is when you are an experiential agent, and you have this independence from bodily from the non-experiential constraints, then making assumption about what happened before there wasn't you ever experienced it, and what will happen after you won't experience it, is just making fairy tales. It's like you don't. There's nothing that forces that to be the case, and but that doesn't mean that everything that science says is wrong. It is true, but it's not true about the past or the future. It is true about the present. So the way metadimensional thinks about evolution is as a way to learn about the present, not about the past and not about the future. The present is such that it shows that we have evolved from apes. Therefore, in the present, we have ape features. And if they evolved from fish, then in the present, we have fish features. And if there is let's say a trend along history that goes every 10,000 years, and we are on that trend, like let's say we are about to hit like a inflection point, then we should be experiencing something like a tendency about to break in the here and now, in the present. So it's not, even if you think that even if you take everything I said about reality in previous videos, such as, for example, that there is no time but experiential time, then there's still like a value in talking about evolution, even if the millions of years of evolution when there were no experiential agents never happened, as I argue, because if no one perceived them, if no one was there to experience them, they simply didn't happen. But that doesn't change anything for you now. The way we operate in the present is as if it did happen. We are living in a reality which is consistent with it having happened. I'm not sure that's the correct tense. And if we ever change reality and change thereby the past, we will still be able to look at evolutionary evidence and use evolutionary theory to understand our present better. So this means that studying evolution is valuable, but studying evolution for the purpose of just academic discovery of the like discussions about the past, or talking about possible futures even though they have no implications on the present, that's a waste of time.